Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from the Middle East to share with you. I have an update in regards to this attack that's supposed to be coming from Israel striking Iran at some point soon. We have a major update today to go over that says U.S. officials say Israel will attack Iran's military and energy infrastructure. So apparently, Israel has narrowed down their list of targets to strike Iran. And from what we understand, looks like they will try to go after their military and energy infrastructure only. Now, from what I understand, a strike on their nuclear facilities is not completely ruled out. It could still be a possibility, but apparently, according to U.S. officials, they believe that Israel's going to strike either their energy sites or their military bases. Okay, so very interesting news. I've also got some information that shows that apparently Iran is very worried right now. They're trying to urge diplomacy within the Middle Eastern region and trying to lower the tensions between Israel and Iran right now, as apparently they're very worried about what Israel's going to do to strike back against Iran. Iran is definitely on high alert right now, so we're going to be discussing that as well briefly. But first, I want to show you guys the report that talks about Israel supposedly going to try to strike Iran's energy facilities and also their military bases. Okay, probably either one of the two or maybe both is what we will most likely see. According to NBC News here, it says U.S. officials say Israel has narrowed down its targets for a strike on Iran. The strike could happen at any time, U.S. and Israeli officials told NBC News, and could come during this weekend's Yom Kippur holiday. Okay, so as of right now, it's 12:23 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the United States on October 12th, 2024. On Saturday, we have not heard of any kind of a strike on Iran yet, but who knows? The weekend is not over yet. So it says here, U.S. officials believe Israel has narrowed down what they will target in their response to Iran's attack. Excuse me. Sorry, guys, still a little bit sick here. Which these officials describe as Iranian military and energy infrastructure. There is no indication that Israel will target nuclear facilities or carry out assassinations, but U.S. officials stress that the Israelis have not made a final decision on how and when to act. The region has been on edge, awaiting Israel's response to an Iranian missile barrage launched on October 1st, which Iran said was in response to Israel's invasion of Lebanon and the assassination of its allies, including Hamas's Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran, and Hezbollah's powerful leader Hassan Nasrallah in Beirut. Iran's attack caused little damage to Israel. The U.S. does not know when Israel's response could come, but officials said the Israeli military is poised and ready to go at any time once the order is given. U.S. officials stressed that they have no information to indicate the response will come today, but admitted that Israel has not shared a specific timeline with them, and it is not clear Israeli officials have even agreed on one yet. U.S. and Israeli officials said a response could come during the Yom Kippur holiday. Okay, so according to this information, we don't know when this is going to happen, and Israel, apparently, according to this, has not agreed on anything yet. But we did report just 2 days ago that the cabinet had supposedly convened, and they were deciding on, how they were going to strike back against Iran. Apparently, nothing had come from that, but I do have a report today that says apparently Israel has made a decision. Okay, so we'll go over that here in just a minute. But briefly, let me show you this as well. This popped up on CNN Politics today. Iran engages in urgent diplomacy as it braces for Israel's response to missile attacks. Okay, this came out today as well, Saturday, October 12th, 2024. Just going to go over these couple paragraphs here. Iran's government is extremely nervous and has been engaging in urgent diplomatic efforts with countries in the Middle East to gauge whether they can reduce the scale of Israel's response to its missile attack earlier this month, and if that fails, help protect Tehran, sources familiar with the matter told CNN. Iran's anxiety stems from uncertainty about whether the U.S. can convince Israel not to strike Iranian nuclear sites and oil facilities, and the fact that its most important proxy militia in the region, Hezbollah, has been significantly weakened by Israeli military operations in recent weeks, the sources said. So I thought this was very interesting information right here. This is the second time we have heard that Hezbollah apparently has been degraded militarily quite a bit due to the constant airstrikes that we consistently see inside of Lebanon, and then also the operations that Israel is currently conducting on the border of southern Lebanon as well. So apparently, Hezbollah has been hit pretty hard recently over the last few weeks, and their organization is definitely not as strong as it used to be. Obviously, majority of their top chain of command has been eliminated as well, along with Hassan Nasrallah, their previous leader. So, yeah, according to this article, apparently Iran is very nervous right now and apparently trying to engage in diplomatic efforts with countries in the Middle East to try to lower the scale of the response from Israel. And hopefully they won't strike them as hard or maybe not hit their nuclear sites, whatever it might be. So, according to this information, Iran is very worried right now about an Israeli response. Okay, so I've got a couple more things that I want to show you that to me indicates that most likely we are definitely going to see some sort of attack on Iran at some point soon. I want to start off with this on X and show you this from the informant. The U.S. is deploying its Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, THAAD missile defense system in Israel. The system was designed to intercept short, medium, and intermediate range ballistic missiles in their terminal phase. American soldiers will operate the system to reinforce Israel's air defense. The U.S. intends to support Israel in preparing for a potential offensive against Iran, providing both land and sea defense. Okay, so here's a picture of that system here, the THAAD missile system. It's an air defense system that will be used to defend Israel. Obviously, we know that Israel is preparing to attack Iran, and then they most likely are going to come under a heavy barrage of missiles once again. Probably upwards of 2,000 has been reported. Could be a massive attack onto Israel once again if they decide to strike inside of Iran. So apparently the U.S. is deploying this system over here to help defend their skies if they come under attack at some point. So this is very indicative that they're expecting major retaliation coming from Iran after they decide to carry out this attack onto Iran. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Definitely highly likely we're going to have a huge tit for tat kind of attacks going back and forth with Iran and Israel for a while. Hopefully it does not lead into a full-scale war. And then finally, I wanted to show you this too. From open source intel just in, Israel has finalized its decision regarding the scale and targets for its retaliation against Iran, according to Channel 12 News directly from Israel. Okay, so we have been kind of hearing this over the last few days, kind of back and forth, like Israel made a decision, they didn't. Obviously, the NBC News even reporting today that Israel apparently has not finalized a decision, but generally, Channel 12 News coming out from Israel is usually pretty reliable, so this seems to be more realistic. That looks like Israel has finalized a decision to attack targets inside of Iran. So let's see what happens here. Obviously, if we're hearing that they finalized their decision, it looks like if they have decided to go ahead and do this, we should be seeing this happen very soon. And then also, I reported to you guys just a few days ago, I think it was like during the middle of the week, that we had Yoav Gallant, the defense minister of Israel, coming out and saying that they would strike back against Iran and it would be a surprise attack. Iran wouldn't even know what's hitting them, what's even happening. They'd be completely confused. It'd be some sort of crazy attack. And maybe something that they're not expecting, which would be like maybe an airstrike on their energy facilities or something like that. Apparently, they're planning something much more sophisticated than just an airstrike, is what it seems like to me. But it could be a combination of different attacks inside of Iran, definitely. But I think what we will see when Israel does carry out this strike is something very significant, in my opinion. But let's wait and see for official confirmation when this happens. So I just wanted to give you some updates on what's happening over here in the Middle East and Israel's preparation for a major strike on Iran. So I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.